Hi, I'm Nancy Martinez, and I'm the Director of the Independent Retail Florist Customer Channel and Marketing here at Lembush Roses, and welcome to LBR Shares Success, where we engage, collaborate, and inspire. And I'm excited today. Today we have Melanie from Beyond the Blooms from Mandan, North Dakota. Super excited to have her here. Melanie is actually going to talk to us about maximizing her business by supporting the community. So we'll be able to take you through all kinds of things that she's done and the excitement that she's experiencing because of that. So with that, Melanie, welcome. And why don't you just give us a little summary about yourself and the shop?
Sure. Well, thank you for having me today. We opened Beyond the Blooms here in Mandan in November of 2018. We're a locally owned, family-run business that does everything. You know,
I bet you do.
Flowers, plants, candies, whatever. And it's been, great just getting to know the community and working with some of the people. And, my family is a big part of what helps make us a success too, because they come in and help us when I need it.
Yeah. So 2018, but you've been in the floral business how long?
I've been in the floral business since I was 18. So that's a long time ago.
Awesome. Well, good. Well, we're excited to have you and excited to learn more about you and your shop. And with that, I'm going to introduce Sandy Schreck, who's our education coordinator and the host of the show. Welcome, Sandy.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to LBR Shares Success. So we have an exciting show for you today, and we just want to invite everybody to open up their chat. Nancy's going to be taking or kind of watching the chat for us. If you have any questions at all that come up during the webinar, but please let us know where you're here from. We really want to have people be able to network with other successful shops. So we welcome you to do that. So as I'm talking to Melanie, she talks a lot about really kind of growing her business by supporting some of the other things that are happening in her community. So let's take a little bit of a look at that, Melanie. What are some of the things you're doing?
Well, one of the big things we do for Valentine's Day is we partner with Dakota Nuts and Candy, which is in Bismarck, and we do a special promo for the holiday. This year we're doing a half a dozen roses with a 2-pound tray of candy and nuts delivered for $70. And so we really push that on our Facebook pages. We do a radio ad together. We're going to do TV spots the week of Valentine's Day on the morning shows, just really pushing local, supporting local. But we partner with him for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. This year we even did Thanksgiving and Christmas, just to try and help with some of the folks that live in assisted living or nursing home and couldn't be with their families. So that was a big success for us this year.
Well, and you guys kind of make it fun too, huh?
You're
telling me that you do a fun Facebook post, and then
yep.
When you go
we do videos together, so we'll either be at our store or over at his. The last one we did for, I don't know if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, we held a broomstick between us so that we were like, yep, we're social distancing. Everybody, we got our 6 feet and we had our masks on and just trying to say, we're going to help you get through this if we can send some happiness to a loved one or whatever. But we really try and have fun with it.
Yeah, and then
people really appreciate that.
You also partner on some radio ads too, right?
We do. We both we use the same radio ad lady, and so she'll run an ad for us with the special for the radio, and we run it really heavy for the first 2 weeks of February. Mine, of course, will say my name first, our business name first, and then his will have his name first. But we really push it on the radio, and we have a lot of people that'll come in and go, oh, I heard your ad on the radio. I want that special. When we've done the morning shows on our local TV stations, last year, somebody called the store wanting one of the bouquets I had at the station the second the little promo was done. So,
Yeah.
and by the time I drove back over to our store to get it done, my husband's like, you know how many of those bouquets you sold? No, but I hope I have enough.
That's great. And you just made that connection with the television station and gave them
Right.
a reason to have you on.
Well, and
promote.
we've done that, the TV station, I think 3 years in a row. They have us back every year. And so this year we're going to try and do both the local stations and see if we can't get a little more coverage for that.
Yeah, really extending your reach. And so that's really what using that partnership to be bigger than both
Yes.
of you are independently. And it's a great way to be able to do that.
Yeah. And we always run a Facebook boost on it too. For, $20, you can really get it out to a good chunk of people in your area.
Yeah.
'Cause you can just kind of zoom in. Oh, we want to go, certain groups of people or so many miles. And that really makes a difference.
And you found success doing that too, Melanie?
Yes. Yeah. When we run a Facebook promo, I always boost it, and I never do more than $20 because I'm kind of cheap.
You
But
don't have to do more
we
than
have
that.
lots of response to it when we do, these holiday specials, or when we do our kids kits or a class. And it's amazing how many people are paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's great.
So one of the other things that you do in your community, so you have a community building that's the depot.
Yep.
And why don't you tell us about some of the events that they're having there?
Sure. So the Mandan Depot is actually the old train depot. It's been converted into a venue. And with COVID restrictions, I'm not, real comfortable having 20 people in my store because it's not big. So we've been using the venue over there to have our classes. So it was last week or 2 weeks ago, we had 11 ladies come over and do succulent gardens, and they can be spaced out, and we do our project. We have snacks, we have some drinks, but we've done, yep, there it is. There they are. And everybody's kind of social distanced, and there's groups of them that'll come together and do that. We did a team building event for an agency here in town. I don't remember, and December, I believe, over at the depot. They had all their program directors come.
And what did they do as a team building event, Melanie?
At team building, we did fresh Christmas wreaths.
Oh,
so we
perfect.
had a wreath, and then we did decor, made ribbon bows on them, and did that. So we've done that. We've done some different fundraisers over there for some local charities here in town. And sometimes they'll send me a project that they want to do, and we'll come up with a reasonable cost for it, not Pinterest price. And sometimes it's things that well, you got to make it affordable.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's things that we've come up with for class ideas. Succulents are super popular. So a lot of the classes we do are succulents, especially in the wintertime. In the summertime, we do a lot of outdoor planter projects. So then we can utilize either our parking lot or the depot space for that.
Good idea.
And then one of the other things that you were telling me about is the pop-up store that they're having once a month.
Yes, she just started doing this pop-up stores. And so in January was the first one that I did. She had 12 vendors there. And I pushed it on my Facebook page, my business one and my personal. And we did close to $500 in sales in 4 hours. And everything we had there was $20 or under. But people loved it. And they were like, oh, you're coming back? You know, what kind of little fun containers are you having next time? Or are you going to have more tulips? So that's a big one there. And I think in February, she's got 15 vendors that are going to come. And they're all local people from Bismarck, Mandan, and the little surrounding area. So it's great exposure for people who didn't realize we were here and that it's not a liquor store anymore, that there's a flower shop in that spot. So that's been great because there's still, even though we've been here just 2 years, there's still people who don't know we're here. So any way I can get my name out there and some exposure, we kind of jump at it.
Yeah, so you have 12 businesses that are driving
Yep.
customers to that event. And so, you know, they may not know about the flower shop, and it's a way to really get a lot of exposure. And you brought a lot of smaller price point things.
Right.
So it's easier to get over there, some cash and carry. So it was a way to get into people's homes, have them, you know, feel like they could take something with and then, you know, be top of mind the next time that they need something.
Yeah, because I think people too, when they go to a pop-up shop, they don't expect to go there and spend a lot of money. They're looking for some inexpensive little thing for themselves or a gift. And so it was good price points for us to do that.
Yeah. And I mean, you said that you shared the cost with
with the
candy company or
with the candy guy. We split our table costs. So, and we're going to do the same thing in February too. So it's my cost for the table is $20.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't beat that.
Advertising for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And collaborating with a candy person. Hello.
Right.
How smart is that?
I know. Who can resist that?
I'm still thinking about that 2-pound candy and nut
2-pound tray of candy. It's awful tasty.
Oh, that's good. Good stuff.
Yeah. So some of the,
I was going to say, one of the other things that we're doing for Valentine's Day is we are partnering with, it's called Prairie Patriot Firearms, and they're a gun range here in Mandan, and they sell firearms and all that, and then they have a gun range there, but they do date night. And so for the last 3 years for Valentine's Day, they do a date night where you can get a rose from us. I think they do a candy coupon from the same candy man, and then a coupon for dinner and so many rounds at the gun range.
What a fun date night. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and who would think that, we can get a rose at the gun range?
Yeah, super creative.
But, you know, that's one of the things where it's also a female owner of that business.
Sure.
And so we really try and work hard with other female business owners too, and just support our local people. And it's been a big success, and another place where people go, oh, I didn't know about that place.
Right.
So here we are getting into a new group of people. Yeah. So you can't really discount something you think, oh, I don't want to partner with them because that doesn't make any sense. Well, it might make sense.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the younger people and stuff that are there are also getting exposures, and those are your future wedding customers.
Right.
Stuff.
Exactly. We gotta get those young people, brides and stuff in.
Just reaching out, like you said, just don't underestimate anybody calling to form a partnership, and find a way to make it work is really going to support the community, get you out in the community. And that's really advertising you can't buy. And you're seeing the dividends of that exposure with your increases in sales.
Oh, yeah. I mean, our sales increases this last year, even during COVID and pandemic, were way more than I expected. And a lot of it is because we've made sure we've kept our name out there in the public.
By collaborating,
you know, working with like Joe said, at the fire range, or doing the different specials. We also, do a lot to say thank you to our community with even the first responders. And we did a big nurses push this year because of the pandemic. And another thing where the candy guy and I teamed up, and for every purchase that was made, we donated a $10 gift certificate to a first responder from our store and from his.
Yeah, and then Melanie, why don't you share about what you're doing with the teachers as well?
Oh yeah, yes. We couple times a week, 2-3 times a week, we send a little vase of something to a teacher. We probably do 3-4 when we send them out, just as a, hey, thank you for what you do for the students at your school. Have a great day from Beyond the Blooms.
Is it random?
Random. I go to the teachers, I go to the school website, and I just pick a name. And I get a lot of feedback from the teachers. The last year or so has been crying as a, hey, thank you. How did you know I was having a bad day today? I didn't know. I just picked your name today. But I feel that teachers and educators really don't get enough credit for what they do, especially now. I grew up, both my parents were educators. My husband was a teacher. And so I know what they go through, and they do. And I think they're forgotten about a lot. And so this is my way of saying thank you, brighten up your day a little bit. On the plus side, it gets our name out to a bunch of people that maybe didn't know us. I know the folks at the middle school, when they hear whatever teacher, you have something down in the office, their whole section comes down to the office to see what they got. Because they know it's coming probably from us.
Oh, that's great.
And sometimes it's flowers, sometimes it might be a little plant, because sometimes I think the men don't care if they get a vase of flowers.
Yeah.
But we had little like 2-inch bromeliads. Okay, we'll send one to some of the men.
Perfect.
Because they like plants probably better.
Yeah.
But
it's just making that connection, and you are definitely giving and connected with your community, and then seeing the rewards.
It does, and they definitely come back. When it was time for teacher appreciation, I had 4 of the elementary schools, maybe 5 of them, come to us and say, we want to send a little 4-inch, 2-inch, whatever succulent plant to every teacher in our school. Of course, they weren't in school at that time. They were working from home. So we had anywhere from 60 to 100 deliveries per school. Mother's Day week.
Of course it's Mother's Day week.
Of course it's Mother's Day week. But, I was like, okay, you guys are coming to me because we've reached out and we're saying thank you too.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see it come back to us.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, when proms and some of those things come back, and I mean, if you have something from your flower shop on a teacher's desk, that's exposure to all future customers. And,
right.
So it really is driving home the point, and just the feelings that flowers can bring into a room.
Right.
So let's just take a look at your Instagram page, and on there, so use your Instagram page a little bit differently than your Facebook page. And so let's just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, my Instagram page is basically where I just kind of push wedding. I occasionally put some different things on there, but for the most part, it's my bridal bouquets that go onto the Instagram page with a congratulations to the bride and groom's name, and we're wishing you the best, and then some creative hashtags.
Yeah, some beautiful work there. And I know that when I was trying to get a hold of you for this, that you have been having a lot of wedding appointments too.
We have, yeah. We've right now, I think I've got 19, booked already for this year. I've got 2 weekends that are full that we can't take anymore. And I thought, well, it's only January.
Yeah,
You know,
right. And you just said you're way ahead of pace.
we're way ahead. So
Yeah.
last year, even with pandemic, we did, I think, 35 weddings.
Oh, wow.
Some of them were scaled back a bit, but most
Yeah.
of them still had all of their bridesmaids that they originally planned on. They just kind of cut back in some of the other areas.
Yeah.
So curious on the 19, Melanie,
Mhm.
are some of these ones that were postponed from 2020?
None of them are.
No, they're all
None.
just,
They're all
okay.
new.
Wow.
Yep. All of my ones that postponed got married through the first weekend of January
Okay.
Oh,
of this year. So they all postponed to this fall. So December, our last one was January 2nd. That was
Okay.
a postponement reschedule.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a trend that's going to keep on going. So using that Instagram reaches that little bit different audience.
Yep.
It's more that wedding customer. And so kind of using those 2 pages a little bit differently kind of really expands your reach. And you do put some other posts on there as well, and do some cross posting from Instagram to Facebook. But when you look at your wall, boy, you're the one to go to for weddings up there, huh?
And that's what we get a lot of. They're like, oh, we saw this picture. Oh, you did so-and-so's wedding, or, my friend, or this. And so we get a lot of referrals that way, where I have, in fact, 2 of the ones I have booked are sisters. One's getting married in June, one's getting married in September.
Oh, that poor mother.
I know. And they're totally different styles, different everything. And, so that's kind of, and a lot of our weddings are families that we've done, all 3 of the family members that got married, so it's
very good.
They keep coming back, which is great.
Says a lot about the quality and the design that you put out.
And if you can get them in for the wedding and they're happy with it, you've got them for anniversaries and birthdays and babies and sympathy and all of that. And usually the family members come with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done. Very good.
So lastly, let's just take a look at your website quick. And of course, you're ready for Valentine's here. But your top item here that you have kind of on there is designer choice. Let's just go into occasions, love and romance here. So you look into Valentine's. And so let's just talk about how you're handling that designer choice.
Well, I do think this year that we need to offer more of that than set bouquets, just because it's uncertain what kind of supply there's going to be, if we're going to get everything that we normally get for a holiday, with growing season and everything getting cut early or not available. And so it's a great option to say, hey, how much do you want to spend? Is there a certain color they like? And then just let us create what we can. And most people are very receptive of that. Or they'll say, hey, I really like this picture, but can you do some different colors? Can you do whatever? And, we've not really had anybody say, absolutely not, I want this specific thing. Some of them even call it, hey, can I get Mel's special? And it's like, yep, I can make you up something, and we'll just get it there.
The one thing that I think that you've developed with your customers is a relationship and that trust factor, that they are willing to embrace that. And asking for their favorite color versus their favorite flower doesn't pigeonhole you into having to have something specific. So I think so the 2 questions you kind of have on there is like, is there any allergies, and favorite colors, and then just like let us know, like give us some tips of what they might want, but
and
really
most of them will,
price point.
Most of them will call and go, we've seen what you do, you guys just do what you do, and it'll be great. We trust you. You'll get it done. And I'm like, I would much rather have that than have to make 20 of the same bouquet all day long.
Yeah. Right?
To be able to just have a little more creativity and and put something together. Just give me a color.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great way to sell where we kind of got ourselves pigeonholed into selling off of a picture and doing
Right.
something specific. Now, this came out of necessity, but I feel like it's a really good tool. That's how we used to sell when I started selling.
I know.
Just ask the color and
Right.
it wasn't a specific arrangement.
No.
And
What's the occasion? You
yeah.
know, that kind of thing. Yeah, everybody has the picture in front of them, and then they send a picture of what they got, and if it's not exactly like the picture they were looking at, it's like, oh, we can't Photoshop that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's good.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Those are some great tips. And, we're really excited to be able to kind of share your success and talk through some of the things that you're doing to really engage the community and build up your business. And so congratulations on that.
Well, thank you. It's been a good journey.
Yeah, Melanie, thank you. Appreciate it. I was busy writing notes down because I had so many things I loved, and I just want to highlight a couple things just in a summary. Love the idea of the team building events, especially with businesses or corporate. I mean, doing the wreath that you did, and my mind is just reeling on how fun that would be to take a team and have them do something like that and be able to bring something awesome home after it. So love that. Love the collaborating outside of the box and not restraining yourself to, is this the right kind of business to collaborate with, but how can floral be part of that business and what they do? So super smart that you're just letting your mind expand that way, because like you said, there's future brides out there everywhere, right?
Right.
So that's great. And the teacher, thank you. I just got like goosebumps. It's just because you're doing it, and then how they reciprocated and gave it back, business back to you was really, really great. So with that, wish you all the success. And as a thank you, we're going to send you a fun box of florals that Sandy will pick out for you. And so you'll get that soonish.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're really happy that we had you on. And just a little plug for LBR Talks. If you haven't tuned into any of those shows, we talk about leadership in business to help you enhance and elevate your businesses. We know that you guys are creative. Any type of little business nuggets that you're looking for, you'll find on those episodes. They come out bi-weekly. And in the links here in the chat, I'll just go ahead and put a link where you can sign up and get that emailed to you. And with that, Sandy.
Yeah, and then this will be posted on our LBR Floral Community page. We'll have the link by noon tomorrow. And then it'll also be posted in the LBR Educates or LBR YouTube channel. But that you need to get a link from your salesperson, as these are considered like peer-to-peer discussions. So we don't have them be visible to your normal customers. So we can be kind of talking about pricing and some of the strategies to sell. So with that, we really appreciate everybody attending LBR Shares Success. And we hope that you have a fabulous Valentine's week. And just make sure some of the big tips that we shared a couple weeks ago, think about it as the whole week. Think about it as share the love beyond just your sweethearts. And so we have some posts on our Facebook page or on our website that are shareable posts that you can help on social media if you don't have time to do some of those. But please use all of these different tools that we've developed for you. We really want to be a partner with you in your success, and we appreciate all the support that you give to us.
Absolutely. And Sandy, we're taking a pause on Valentine's week, right? So when will we
Oh,
be
yeah.
back here next?
Yeah, we're not doing LBR Share Success on Valentine's week, but I guarantee you most people aren't going to be pausing. But February 24th, Wednesday, February 24th will be the next one at 2:30.
Yeah. Great. Okay, awesome. Until then, we'll see you guys. Thanks for
All right.
joining.
Thank you very much. Great job.
Thank you.